Guys, Coach Amelia Adair here, and I'm back with a great motivational video. All right, and I know it's been a while since I've sat down and had a great talk with you guys, so I'm gonna take the time to do that today because honestly, I finally have the time. Like, I've been really booked lately, and I've been trying to keep up with my schedule and things like that, which is a blessing. So I just wanted to really come and thank you guys for showing me so much support, and I really do appreciate it. So thank you for that. But we're gonna get into some motivation today, okay? Because it's been a lot of things. Ooh, hold on, I gotta scratch. Oh Lord, no, we just had that itch. I ain't want to see I digging up my nose. All right, I had a little. It's on the corner. Okay. Anyway, um, yeah. So I had so much things on my heart these past couple of weeks, and usually when that happens, it's because I got something good for y'all. You know, like something just been weighing on my chest, and I'm like, there's things that I just haven't expressed and explained to you guys. I know a lot of it is in my book, and I know a lot of you guys probably just don't read. So I'm gonna share a little bit at the time, just so that one, you guys could really understand how you have what it takes. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just so thankful to be able to have this energy and have this love in me to share it with you guys, because honestly, the things that I have seen with my own two eyes and the things that I've been through, sometimes I feel like it's unreal. And I'm not going to say I have the worst situation in the world, because I know there's someone out there who has, a story that's even more crazy that I probably couldn't even imagine going through, So no one's pain is worse than anyone else's, but pain is pain. And in order for you to get through that pain, you have to really do a lot of work. And it makes it easier when you have a motivational friend, a life coach, guiding you through those things, because they've been there, in a lot of situations that I get, I've been there. And so all I try to do is give the knowledge that I can. And excuse my shirt. It was all cute when I was standing up. I think when I sat down, I think it just leaned a little bit. So I'm going to be fixing it because, I got to look appropriate. So just ignore it. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, yes, one of the things that I want you guys to understand is that when you're, I don't know if you can hear the sound. There's always some sounds. I can always just have a silent moment. It's about, I don't know, it's kind of late tonight. It's about maybe 10 o'clock. And I wasn't going to do a video, but I was like, let me try to record at night. I always record in the morning because I'm an early bird. I always go to sleep early. But anyway, with all that, okay, let's get down to the stories. All right, let's get down to the potatoes and the steak and the meat and the grease and the, you know what I'm saying? Guys, all right, there was a time that, I would lose friends and things like that when I would take risk in life. I'm one of them people that I'ma just go for it. Like I was working for corporate, and then I went to starting my own business, and I just went for it. Like it's either I'm a fail or I'm a win, but I will never know if I don't go for it. And for some reason, when I took risks like that and things were going well, I will oddly lose friends along the way. And it would upset me at a point, like a different point in life, like maybe, I want to say good 8 years ago, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, but roughly. And I used to get upset because, I wanted my friends to be there for me. And what you guys have to understand is that in your journey of life, you're gonna lose people, you're gonna meet new people, and it's just what it is. And real friends, honestly, hang on with you. And if they fail along the way, then 9 times out of 10, they wasn't a real friend. You know, that kind of rhymes, right? Okay, okay, okay. So don't stop what you're doing because, it may not be comfortable for someone else. Now, imagine if, like, I stopped doing business because a friend was upset. I just don't understand how, some people, they slow their life down, like they stay stuck in a place because such and such wants you there, or because you don't want to leave your friend, or your friend is not going to be your friend anymore because you chose to do something for you. Friends are supposed to support you through thick and through thin. And if you want to take a risk and risk losing that friend, then understand that that wasn't a friend. And even if it was a friend, you've outgrown that friend. So don't be a person that stops life goals because you're trying to please others, No matter what you do, someone, good or bad, someone is going to disagree, So you always want to make choices that's best for your life. And I am thankful and I'm glad that I got through the process. Because let me tell y'all, I'm sitting here talking and I'm making it sound real easy, peasy, lemon squeezy, but it's not, okay? You're going to have some emotional days. You are going to have some, I don't want to say lonely days, but you're going to have some lonely days until you adjust to being alone. Being alone doesn't necessarily mean you have to be lonely. You become lonely when you're looking for something that you haven't found within yourself. Like, oh my God, who am I going to talk to when this happens? Or, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to have a friend when I go out. You'll make new friends, okay? And learn how to enjoy good news for yourself, Sometimes when you want to hold on to somebody so bad, it's a reason, it's something in that friend that you admire and you're holding on to them and doing everything you want to please them when in all reality you really don't need them, meaning like you're not gonna die without them, you know what I'm saying? But understand, real friendships, people don't just leave you because of life choices that you make. And that's just what it is. And if they do leave, again, they were faking like they were your real friend, okay? Because maybe they didn't want to be alone. They needed someone, So I know this sounds harsh, and I know this sounds heavy, and I know the truth does cut a little bit, but it's the truth. And once you become comfortable with the truth, you will see how your life gets better. And don't be scared, guys. Don't be scared to live your life. That's what I'm basically saying. It's like, don't be afraid to take good risks and strive for the stars, the moon. You know what I mean? Like, just imagine celebrities that you admire. If they would have never took a risk, you would have never heard that favorite song of yours. So think about things like that. And I say that because the life that I lived, I'm not 40 yet, so I lived a short, long life, meaning like I still have a long way to go, but I've done so much in the time that I'm here. And I say, like, I still have things do, because I still, eventually kids and family and things like that, that's gonna be what I work on later on in life. Hopefully before I'm 40. But God's timing. But what you gotta understand is that I lived a short, long life. Like, I've seen with my own two eyes someone get shot and killed. And I mean, at a young age, like maybe but 13, maybe 12. Um, I've lost loved ones, fathers. I didn't lose my mother physically, but I lost my mother mentally at a really young age. And we're still working on some things now, which is great. But I feel like the years where I may have needed her the most, Mom, I love you. Don't take this personal. But the truth hurts a little bit. But truthfully, I would have, love for you to obviously be there a little bit more. I turned out okay. But what I want y'all to understand is, like, as a person who has seen many lives cut short and seen people just give up and seeing the pain that people deal with, and they kind of let it take over their life, I would see that. And when I seen that, I've always wanted to learn from that. I never wanted to be that. I never wanted to. I have to uncross my legs. My legs went to sleep. I don't want this mic to be all. Anyway, I've seen someone live a really short life. Excuse me. I've seen people give up. I've seen people hurt. I've seen people brokenhearted, and it has broken my heart many times. But with all of that weight and all of that heaviness and all of that, you can still pull yourself up. No matter how hard it gets, you must, and I mean must, even if you got to watch this little segment 20 times, you must pull yourself up. I couldn't imagine living my short, long life and not experiencing happiness, not experiencing travel, not experiencing college, not experiencing parts of life that you are supposed to experience while you're here, because something tragic may have happened along the way. Along your journey, you've experienced tragedy after tragedy after tragedy. And it's sometimes hard to keep pushing and keep moving and keep flowing and keep growing and keep, doing what you need to do. But as hurtful as it may sound, you must still live your life. Okay? Things that happen to other people that is a part of your growth, but you still have to keep going. You can't stop, because that pain was so strong and so deep that you just stood there crying. It's like, I don't know if you ever seen a scary movie and the bus is coming to hit someone and they just standing there screaming. They just stuck. They like, screaming until the bus hit them. Think of life like that. When something tragic is happening or about to happen, you cannot just stand there. Because if you stand there, the bus is going to hit you. You get me? When you see the bus coming, or you hear it coming, or you feel it coming, move. Okay? If you don't move, the bus is going to hit you. And when that bus hits you, it's going to be 10 times harder for you to get up. Let that settle. That was a great metaphor. And I hope y'all hear me. Okay? Hear what I'm saying. I'm not playing. Um, a great example of the bus hitting you and standing there or moving was when I was in high school or maybe junior high school. I can't remember, but it was the first time I was living with my stepfather, my siblings, my mom. We was living up in the Bronx, and we was living over on Beaumont Avenue. Okay, near the Bronx Zoo. Shout out to Beaumont Avenue. Okay, and I remember like it was yesterday. Okay, we were evicted for whatever reason, and we had a certain date when we had to get up out of there. The marshals was coming to lock the door. If y'all don't know who the marshals is, Google it. Okay, the marshals was coming to lock the door. And so on that day when they came, we loaded up the car. Okay, my stepfather had a Burgundy Odyssey. Okay, so I don't know if y'all know it's a minivan. Okay, so it could fit 20 million family members. So we loaded up and the marshals came and I'm sitting in the back seat. So I'm in like that third row. It might have even been a fourth row. I can't remember that much. I haven't been in one in a while. But I'm sitting in the back and it's all my siblings and we sitting there and the marshals locked us out and I asked my mom, I'm like, are we homeless? You know, like I don't think it dwelled I don't think it dwelled on me until I was sitting in that back seat. You know, like I'm sitting there and I think that's where the bus was coming and I'm stuck, you know? And she said yes. She said yes. So from there we was going to a shelter. Um, and I didn't want my other siblings to see me cry. Okay, so I don't know if they know I was crying. I never asked. We never really talked about it. These are things that honestly you never even talk about. You're just there. But I put the hoodie over my head and I cried. You know, because I never was homeless before, and I never knew what it felt like to not have a home to go to. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna have a room. I'm not gonna have my closet. Like it was real for me in that moment. You know, like I was just like, wow. Um, all my friends have homes, and I don't. You know, I'm gonna be living in shelter. I don't even know what that's like. I never did that before. You know, and we were in like a nice part of the house, so it was just like I don't know what I didn't know what to expect. You know, all I knew was like, wow, we might not eat, we might not sleep, like we might get robbed. Anything could happen. You know, like I just started thinking the worst. Like I said, I froze. Um, and eventually, we went into the shelter and we was living in the shelter, and I could say that was the most painful, one of the most painfulest experiences that um as a child I had to deal with. You know, there was many more, and you know, I don't know how many people have had that experience, but let me just tell you, as a child, it's a little embarrassing because you got a curfew. So your friends can't come over. You know, like, and if you're living in a shelter, obviously you're known as poor. You know, like if you on food stamps, nobody really know you on food stamps. It's like only if they go with you to the supermarket. But anyway, it's just like a big sign on your head that says like, I don't have a home, you know? And so what I want you guys to understand is that there's many people that go into the shelter, and there's many people that experience mental health problems after dealing with that. And you know, there's so many people that never get the right help, never climb out of it. Some people end up, you know, having children, and some people end up on drugs, and some people just end up losing the sight of life from such a tragic experience. And I said this before earlier in the video that, you know, there's people that have dealt with worse than that as a child. There's people that haven't even dealt with that, but still struggling with getting through life because of the traumatic experience that they have gone through, and when they sitting there frozen, you know, or maybe they got hit by the bus because they stood there frozen for too long. You got to understand, it's hard to get up. It's hard to have confidence. It's hard to build relationships. It's hard to have a strong family. It's hard to live life with such an impact on you. Imagine, God forbid, getting hit by a bus and maybe you lose an arm, maybe you lose a leg, maybe you never go back to how things were. That's what life feels like when you experience heavy trauma or bad experiences. Even if you don't think it's trauma, but it's just a bad experience, you've gotten hit hard, and so as you try to pull yourself up, you don't even know which way to turn. Like, you don't know. And I'm gonna say, for me, like, I didn't know how to tell my friends. I didn't know how to focus. I didn't know right from wrong. Like, I was literally a chicken with no head. And that can follow you for years and years and years at a time. And as I built the knowledge and I built the strength and I prayed, let me not, Lord, the only thing I knew how to do was pray. Like, please, like, God, somebody save me, save me, save me. And I'm going to tell you guys, when that bus was coming and that bus hit, I got back up. Okay? There's a way. There's a will. There is hope for you to get back up. This pandemic is hitting. This pandemic is heavy. It's hard. It's like, what to do, what to turn. Let me tell y'all. Don't let this be the distraction that stops your life from moving forward. Keep faith, keep hope, keep believing, keep praying, because I promise you, I'm not an exception to the rule. Okay? It's like a challenge to strengthen you. You got to understand that when things happen so traumatic or so crazy, it's a big challenge, okay? Because if you get through this challenge and you heal and you grow and you move forward, the blessings are unconditional, and it's important that when you do, or if you have, if you have been hit by something so hard and you are a little lost and you're a little confused, don't give up. Simple as that. Keep going. Find a new distraction. You get me? Pay it no mind. Understand that it's there to build you up. Take it all in. Accept it. Use it as fuel. Whatever you need to do. But there is a rainbow. Okay? There's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's a gold pot at the end of the rainbow. That's what I was trying to say. And it's not going to stop there. Just now. Okay? I wish dramatic experiences stopped for me at the shelter. Okay? I would have probably got here faster for you guys. It took me some time to get through some stimulations and situations. But as you get through one, the rest of them get easier. Like, now you're more prepared. All right, guys. So I really do hope that my videos bring you some inspiration and motivation, because that is what I do this for. All right. I don't want you guys to feel bad. Because I don't feel bad. Like, I be living my best life. Okay? I do what I need to do. I smile. I dance. You know what I'm saying? But God want me to share this story with you because not everyone will have the guts. You know what I'm saying? Like, when things happen that are a bit embarrassing, it's like we don't want no one to know because we want to look perfect. We want people to like us. But honestly, after having people like me and being around me, I don't even want nobody to like me. Not to sound like, but I like my friends that I have and I like my family that I have. And anyone else is a plus. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not ashamed of the journey God has brought me through. I'm not, there's nothing anyone could say to make me feel less than. You know what I'm saying? Like, as much as I've been going through and feeling through, sorry if you was looking to try to hit me and hurt me a little bit, but you can't. You know what I'm saying? When you know your truth and you live up to the things that you've been through and you accept it, baby, what they gonna say? What can anyone say when you already know the truth? And I think that maybe that's why comedians are funny when they tell jokes about themselves, because it's like, okay, you was thinking it, all right, and you were thinking that, or you said it. I don't have no shame in my game. Tell me, talk about it, okay? Go get a blowhorn and tell the world, please, okay? And while you tell them to subscribe to my YouTube so I can motivate them too. Okay? Subscribe, comment, like, whatever you like to do, guys. So again, I know I be ending it and then I start chatting. But I'm not gonna lie, like, I miss talking to y'all. Okay? I was making 10-minute videos and 15-minute videos and then I gotta run. I just feel like, maybe I gotta start making videos at night. So I can chat it up, chat it up. I can like giggle a little bit more. Because I'll be like, all right, guys. Nah, let me stop. Oh my God. But again, I just want y'all to understand, like, love yourself. No matter what you've been through, no matter what someone said about you, no matter what. Love, own it, show it, flaunt it, because the reason why you become stressed and anxious and things like that is because you hiding some part of you. You hiding some truth. You don't want someone to see you be goofy. You don't want somebody to know you pass gas. Guys, I'm starting to get concerned. Like, I think y'all letting social media really control your life. And I was there too, so I'm going to talk about it. But we all people. We all humans. Some a little meaner than others, but just stand clear. You know what I mean? And just accept who you are. And love who you are. And spread the love. Okay? We got one life to live. And you better live it. You don't want to be 75, 85, 95. Like, all right, now I'm going to live my life. Now I done worked for 50 years. And now I done did this and did that. And lost weight. And grew my hair. And I don't know. Grew a garden. Now I'm going to live. Maybe you better start living now. Okay? COVID is here. If you don't start living now, all right, guys. I hope my break, I hope my video bring you some laughs, some joy, some love, some motivation, some inspiration, a whole salad, okay? And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful evening, and I'm gonna see you guys at my next video. Bye for now.